Initiation of new RNA chain. The RNA synthesis or initiation of new RNA chain by RNA polymerase enzyme proceeds in 3 steps. First, the holoenzyme binds at the promoter region in DNA, forming the closed promoter complex in which DNA remains double helical. Secondly, the closed promoter complex isomerizes and causes unwinding and separation of DNA strands to form open, that is binary promoter complex by RNA polymerase enzyme, providing a template strand free to base pair with incoming nucleotides. Finally, the formation of a phosphodiester bonds between the first few ribonucleotides in the nascent RNA chain takes place. After unwinding the DNA double helix, only one of the 2 strands is copied. This is achieved by incorporation of nucleotides initially without movement of RNA polymerase enzyme, leading to the formation of RNA chain up to 9 bases in length. During the incorporation of these 9 bases, at every step there is a possibility for the release of this small RNA chain by a process called abortive initiation. It describes a process in which RNA polymerase starts transcription but terminates before it has left the promoter. It then reinitiates. When RNA polymerase binds to a promoter, it separates the DNA strands to form a transcription bubble and incorporates up to 9 nucleotides into RNA. There may be a cycle of abortive initiations before the enzyme moves to the next phase, elongation. After the first bond is synthesized between 2 ribonucleotides, the RNA polymerase must clear the promoter. During this time, there is a tendency to release the RNA transcript and produce truncated transcripts. This is called abortive initiation and is common for both eukaryotes and prokaryotes. Once the transcript reaches approximately 23 nucleotides, it no longer slips and elongation can occur. This is an ATP dependent process. A cycle of abortive initiations usually occurs, generating a series of short oligonucleotides consisting of 2 to 9 base before initiation is actually successful. As mentioned earlier, the sigma factor of RNA polymerase mediates its binding to promoters in DNA. In E. coli, hundreds of promoters are sequenced and found to have little in common. In E. coli, 2 short sequences within these promoters are sufficiently conserved to be recognized. The midpoints of the 2 conserved sequences occur at about 10 and 35 nucleotide pairs respectively before the transcription initiation site. Thus, they are called -10 and -35 sequence respectively. The nucleotide sequences that are present in the conserved genetic elements most often are called consensus sequences. The -10 consensus sequence in the non-template strand is TAT-AAT. The 35 consensus sequence is TTGACA. The sigma factor initially recognizes and binds to the -35 sequence. Thus, this sequence sometimes called recognition sequence. The AT-rich -10 sequence facilitates the localized unwinding of DNA double helix, which is an essential prerequisite to the synthesis of a new RNA chain. In E. coli promoters, the distance between the -10 and -35 sequences is highly conserved, never being less than 15 or more than 20 nucleotide pairs in length. Once initiation succeeds, the sigma factor of RNA polymerase dissociates. The dissociation of sigma factor marks the entry of NUS-A protein, which helps the elongation and promotes pausing and termination of transcription at specific sites. The core enzyme now undergoes a major conformational rearrangement and a stable ternary elongation complex is formed. The elongation complex moves along DNA, synthesizing RNA all along its path at a rate of about 40 bases per second at 37 degrees centigrade. RNA polymerases in some phages like T3, T7 are each a polypeptide which is less than 1 lakh Daltons and which synthesizes RNA very rapidly, that is approximately 200 bases per second at 37 degrees centigrade. Elongation of RNA transcript continues till an unstable termination complex is formed.